Hey YouTubers and do-it-yourselfers, this is Ron aka Bill 7974. I want to go ahead and talk to you today about replacing the decorative molding around my baseboard and master bath. This home's about 15 years old, about 4 owners, maybe renters, some standard repairs. So what I'm working on here recently is removing the grout in places around the house, and decided to work in here today. And also, just so I don't ruin the wood or whatever it might be, MDF or composite, I want to go ahead and take a look at that today, and I'll show you how. Okay, so I was looking on the internet and how to repair or replace removing the molding down there so I don't ruin the other type of fake wood that's behind there, ruin the finish. So people were saying, oh, you could use, you could use these. And I said, hey, wait a minute, I don't want to ruin it. Just want to go ahead and take it off so I don't ruin the backing. So I bought a pack of these, and I actually bought these several years ago to remove or to install fiberglass panels on race cars. So I'm going to go ahead and use that today to go ahead and remove, because it's such in a tight spot by the kickboard, and see if it'll do the trick. And I removed it yesterday. I removed a piece of it, and it came off fairly easy. So I'll go ahead and take a look at that. Now, to find the nails in that laminate, the molding, I went ahead and had this. It's used to identify pulling nails out or studs, and anywhere from between half inch to 3/4 inch drywall, and I think it will go through the wood if needed. But anyway, it's called a Racketeer's 52300 magnetic stud ball, and this is another device I went ahead and used to go ahead and pull the molding away, because these guys here are too big, too long, too thick, dirty, crummy. And so I've had these for a couple years and bought a pack of them. And what it is, it's a paint guide. So go ahead and use this on that molding. I'll show you how. And just place it in between the laminate and the molding, and should pop right out. And does the trick. So this is the area down here. I have the walk-in closet to my left, and I took out the grout around the base, and within the floor. The floor is okay, but they had a small skim coat of grout in here, and then as it goes down the way, it was just a big mess. So I took it all out, and down here was thicker stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take it out, and an MDF or whatever it is will come out, and either I go ahead and put more grout behind there, or get a thicker piece. This is probably 1/4 inch in the bottom. So I went ahead and started putting the blue tape on where the nails were. As you can see, I slightly pulled that one out, and as we drag this thing along, there we go, and we can go ahead and put one there. Okay, as you can see, I found 6 of them, and going down, just went ahead and marked them like that, and that's where they are at. And so when I pried this thing, that wood was a lot closer than it was. This really surprised me, because you can get that thing inside here. And with me holding the cell phone and the paint guide that protects that wood, and it just popped right out, just like that. And coming down here, if I know where they're at, guide it along here. They pop right out. Okay, so I went ahead and Hold on it very gently. It's coming out. As you can see, this stuff here has got a coat of it's just coated with some plastic wood of some sort. It's just a fake covering, but it does the work, and I don't want to disturb that. I want to replace everything. This piece over here, it's wedged in here with the baseboard, the 2-inch baseboard. I'm going to take some doing. Okay, it finally came out. You see where they had it pushed back up inside there. The other one was just butted up against the end. And there's the nail. We'll go ahead and reinstall a new piece, maybe a thicker piece, along with these decorative pieces here. And there's a couple nails that didn't, so we'll just go ahead and take those out. My hand. And I forgot to show you. Crappy job. You know, the grout areas. So I could either fill it in, put the same piece back on, or just get a slightly larger piece, thicker piece. Okay, here it is. Here's my caliper. Go ahead and measure that. I'll say 225, 230, 225, 1/4 inch. Okay. Well, we go to our home hardware store, or they call it depot. We'll go ahead and get some stuff very similar, a little wider on the bottom. Oh, I forgot something big. It is wood. Maybe poplar, but it's wood. So maybe we can find the same stuff. That's why those nails held so well. Well, YouTubers, looks like I opened up a can of worms. This project, like any other project for do-it-yourselfers, that's what you end up with. Anyway, so found out after removing the backer board, which was laminated about 1/8 of an inch backer board, the gap between the base of the cabinet and the floor here is 3/8 of an inch, and at the other end it's close to 9/16. And what I end up doing is to go ahead and remove the pieces on the end. And if you see these little holes here, that's what I used the Dremel for. Use the grout tool. Didn't want to hit the nails after I found them with that magnetic ball. Found 3 nails in there. I'll just show you here in a minute. So here's the Dremel tool. Here's the 1/8 inch, and here's the 16th. Great tools. Use them right, and they'll last forever. So went ahead and found 3 nails in this piece here, and flipping it over. There's the 3. One had bent right there. That's because they hit that nail. And the others, they pulled right out. Now the other end, this piece here, was no nails, and they just glued it in. So, okay, let's go to the next video. Okay, so I found some other board. It's used for cement making, forming cement, whatever you want to go ahead and do with it. And so I picked that up, and I can use that as a backer because of the distance on the pieces that I'm going to go ahead and replace. This is the original toe kick board, and it's just about 1/8 of an inch, laminated, very flexible. And this is the old molding, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that with some new stuff. Just bring that distance out, and this will be what I'm going to go ahead and use. This is 5/8 on the bottom, and little design. So I want to go ahead and make sure we get that area covered, because I'm not going to use the grout in there. And I went ahead and had some of this left over from another job. And oh, by the way, I'm going to have to make this to a 2-part video. I didn't think this was going to be this long. Anyway, so what I've learned when doing grout is to go ahead and paint these surfaces here first, and then let it dry. I always let that stuff dry for 2 days, because I end up putting tape on it. We're going to go ahead and grout this area in, and on the other end too. And I'm going to leave these spaces here alone, and let the wood, or something that's similar to wood, be the filler, and then use these on the end. And I got another piece I had for other jobs. This will be filling the end pieces over here. Okay. This is an example of some of the smaller pieces I had left, and I want to go ahead and show you is that once the molding here is in, then I got the new stuff here, so looks like it'll work out pretty good, the new stuff. YouTubers and do-it-yourselfers, I've been calling this stuff backer board. It's really toe kick for the cabinet, so toe kick. Sorry about that. Also, before I paint, if there's any cracks, I go ahead and seal it up with the silicone. This is white, and this is paintable. So I go ahead and put it down before I paint, and allow allow this to dry for 24 hours, and I go ahead and paint. Okay. 2 areas I went ahead and got right there in the corner there, and a little here, and on the other side. Once the paint goes down, you won't be able to see it. Watch part 2.